But good laws alone, including stringent laws, do not make for a just society. Above all, we need to change our mindsets. Law can carry the journey towards women equality to a certain extent, but not beyond. The mindsets must move from making concessions for women to recognizing their entitlement to lead lives based on freedom and equality. As women have been clamoring in the recent past, we do not want a concession in terms of our security at our workplace. We just want equality of opportunity, which recognizes that, like every other element of the workforce, we're entitled to safe and secure conditions of work. We must zealously guard against apparently protective laws, infringing women's liberties and choices. For instance, laws which prohibit women's employment in establishments where liquor is served. In Anuj Garg versus Association of Hotels, the Supreme Court struck down such a law as it gave expression to oppressive cultural norms which were contrary to the autonomy of women. We must foster institutional and individual ability to look beyond the male default. Women are still having to justify choices in ways their male counterparts are not required to justify. Their access to resources, basic resources such as education, employment, and advanced resources such as mentorship and social capital are checkered. While legal goalposts do afford substance to the constitutional guarantees, they do not exonerate our institutions. Martha Nussbaum, in her book Sex and Social Justice, argued that all human beings, regardless of gender, have a dignity that deserves respect from laws and social institutions. Injustice persists despite and beyond laws. Laws themselves are not empowering. They are a step in the direction of social change. The change lies in a more deliberate, long-drawn, and persistent process led by the people who constitute these institutions. As Dakshayani Veludhan presciently remarked, the working of the Constitution will depend upon how the people will conduct themselves in the future, rather than the law alone. For those of you who don't know about her, Dakshayani Veludhan was one of the 11 founding mothers who signed the final draft of our Constitution. All of 31 years of age, Veludhan was also the only Dalit woman in the Constituent Assembly. Standing at the intersection of caste and gender, Veludhan was a force to beckon with and held her own views independent of, sometimes even contrary to those of her more senior counterparts. Therefore, in conclusion, the foremost inquiry a just institution should make is this: are our systems and structures conducive to inclusivity, and are women supported in making unconventional choices that may not be socially sanctioned today? The Constitution guarantees the choice to opt for the conventional and the unconventional alike. Remember, in the 1960s, for a woman to become a fighter pilot on an Indian Air Force supersonic aircraft was an unconventional choice. It's conventional today. And that's what's changing our society for the better. The Constitution therefore guarantees the choice to opt for the conventional as well as the unconventional. Before we regard any choice as unconventional, wait for the moment to pass. Tomorrow, a new future unfolds in reimagining what it is to be a woman. Thank you very much.